to say about mutable keyword. For that I am going to take a normal class and I will explain about the keyword, how to use mutable keyword and where to use mutable keyword and what kind of situations you want to use a mutable keyword. For that I am taking headers, our stream, namespace, and I'm writing main function. The good practice is every time you are writing new statements and you want to test at the same time to overcome the bugs. Hello world. I'm writing this to test whether it is working properly or not. Okay, debug, start with hello world. Okay, I'm removing this line. Next I'm going to write a class for demonstration purpose, class sample. In private section I'm taking an integer type variable. In public section I'm going to take a method. I'm going to take a method void update data. So in main I'm creating an object. S1 is the object. Through S1 I am calling update method, and here I am passing some data, integer type data 12, and this 12 is coming to this arguments and replace it here. So m underscore, I am passing this data into private variable id. So here the data will be sent to private member and I am going to display. Cout private variable. First of all I will check whether it is working or not, and then I will write constant method. Compile, run. Working properly, no issues. So I'm going to make this update data method into a constant by using const keyword. If you write const after any method, the total method will be converted into constant method. So here it was showing some error. Expression must be modifiable L value. This is L value. You cannot modify a constant method data. This is the data. You cannot modify this data because it is a constant. So to overcome this situation, I don't want to change this data and I won't change this data. So to overcome this situation, mutable will comes into the picture. So make this integer type data into mutable. So it was saying, okay, no errors. Mutable keyword is saying I am using a constant method and I am modifying the constant method data. So don't give any errors while I am modifying the data. If you are not using mutable, then it will throw an error, throw an exception. So to avoid that, mutable comes into the picture. By using mutable, you can modify the constant data. Now I will compile. Run. 12. No issues, nothing. And for suppose I am removing the mutable keyword and I am removing the const, and I am removing this method. I am not removing this display data, just I removed the update method, and I am removing this one. So someone will ask, I will take a constructor instead of a normal method. So int id and assigning variable to private member. So here I am implementing a constructor in main section. Constructor is called at the time of creating an object itself. Okay. Constructor called, display the data. So before going to keep constant here, I am going to compile and run once. Okay, no issues. Now issue will come when you are going to keep a const keyword here. An error is coming. So you cannot make a const to a constructor. Constructors won't allow constant types. So constants won't work with constructors. So I'm removing constructor. Here we have a method void update data, int id. I am writing the previous one, m underscore id is equal to id. So I am making this as constant method by keeping here constant. Error is coming. I am declaring this variable into mutable keyword by using. So I am removing the constructor, writing an object s1 dot update data, passing a value. Okay, compile and run. This is the way of using mutable keyword this is non-constant object and this is constant object. So this constant method will be called either with constant object or non-constant object. For suppose I am commenting this one, I am making this object as constant. With constant object you can call constant methods, no problem. And I am removing this constant. With the non-constant object also you can call a constant object. So a constant method can be called with constant object or non-constant object. Yeah, I think you are clear about that. And a non-constant method, this displays non-constant method, will be called with the non-constant object only. So I am uncommenting. If I make this const, it will show an error because this is a non-constant method. Non-constant method will be called with non-constant objects only. A constant method can be called with constant object or non-constant object, no worries. Two ways we can call with a constant method, but a non-constant method will be called with the non-constant object only. By removing this const, it will accept all the conditions. So that's it. I hope you understand. Thank you very much.